You probably will not like to hear this, but let's be honest with each other. In today's world, we expect motivation to just strike us. We expect to feel like doing something, and we wonder why we're stuck. Because we have attached this idea, and it probably comes from social media and some of the self-help gurus out there that tell us you just need to find your purpose and you'll never work again a day in your life. And this is not true, because we all have things that just need to be done because we have to do them. So if I want to create online content and I enjoy the conception of it, thinking about it, and even the filming is kind of getting fun, but the editing part is still like, I really don't feel like doing it. But it still has to be done. And if I wait for the moment when I feel like it, I'll never do it. And so it's with many things. And I think especially a lot of kids and teenagers have this idea that in order to start sitting down and studying, they need to feel like sitting down and studying. But that's not how it works. And it's same with exercise or for me, changing my diet to something more healthy. We expect to have to feel like it. And that's not reality. Reality is a lot of the things we have to do suck. A lot of the things we need to do to attain our goal really suck. And we will never feel like it. And they will never be fun. Starting to exercise when you're not fit is not fun. Eating healthy when, your friends go out and binge on junk food is not fun. All of those things, we need to disconnect this idea of I need to feel like it needs to feel good. We need to disconnect that from what we actually do and just do the stuff that needs to be done, because we want to go from, let me put my cup down, we want to go from point A to point B. So we want to go from where we're now to attain our goal. Many of us, we want to go from point A to point B. And the reason we don't is because some things are just hard. They're not easy. They don't feel good. When we start exercising at the beginning, when we're as unfit as me, it just doesn't feel good. But after a while, we get better at it, and that's when it starts feeling good. So let's disconnect this idea of how we feel. We need to disconnect that from the task we're about to do next. And how we feel has nothing to do with this task. But because we were brainwashed into the idea of, just follow your bliss and the success will follow, we expect everything to feel nice. And the way our society has evolved, especially in the Western world, is we kept on creating things to make life more easy. 100 years ago, as a housewife, I would have had to go to the next river to wash my laundry, which is a lot of hard work. Now I just need to take it to the basement, put it into the machine, it'll wash it. An hour later, I put it into the dryer, and 2 hours later, I have perfectly washed, lovely smelling laundry without me having to put in a lot of work. So, of course, we're looking for ways to make things easier. And this is what we're doing in science, what we're doing in the way we innovate things. We want to make things easier. We want to make them safer. We want to make them better. The whole point here is that we as human beings, if we want to get better, if we want to attain goals that are important for us, we just need to embrace the idea and accept that things will not always be easy. It will not always be fun. And still they need to be done. I need to go to the dentist once a year. Do I enjoy it? No, but I still need to go if I want to have healthy teeth. So what I want to tell you in this video really is that many of us, we have become lazy, including myself, is where I sit down and I really expect to be motivated. I expect something from the outside to trigger my motivation, when really in real life it doesn't work that way. Somewhere logically I'm very much aware of that, but I still have the thing is like, oh, I want to feel like doing something before I engage in this task. And this false expectation has gotten many of us stuck, where we feel like, I have this friend and she keeps on pushing away an online course she wants to do. It's because she feels like, oh, but reading is so hard for me. It makes me so tired and then I can't do it. The problem is she's not used to reading serious content. And we get so used to having our phones and being entertained and just having things cut down into small, easy little bites. And we expect life to be that way. But it's time for us to wake up and to accept that life is not a real. We will not get easy, digestible, bite-sized knowledge if we want to develop. If we want to develop, we need to grab this heavy-duty science book and just accept that it's hard. And we need to push through this hardness, which makes us stronger. It's really like training a muscle. Is the first time when last year I joined the gym, pushing whatever 5 kilo was really hard. And then I could, after some weeks, it could go up to 5, to 10, and then 15, 20. And now some things are 35 and 40 kilos, and even that's easy for me. So accept the hardness and accept it as something that you can use to train your muscle to become better at it. It's like I recently told my daughter is that she's just not used to studying great amounts of material, because until now, the school she's been in, she's been basically spoon fed. And now the system has changed, and now she has to learn to feed herself. So she's not getting the small bite-sized reels. She gets the whole big chunk, and she needs to chop it up and sort through it by herself. And this is something I would really encourage us all to do more, also you to do more, is to just accept it sucks. I don't feel like it. It's okay, I don't feel like it. I just need to do it anyway. If this resonated with you in any way, I would invite you to go to goalsninja.com. I have a really lovely freebie that I would like to share with you, the Effortless Goal-Directed Action Guide. And that is where I'm working with you in this. It's like a little workbook and a worksheet that you can work through, is where we take this goal that you have and break it into a process that you can follow. It's often not that we don't want to do something. It's not that you're lazy, but you lack the process to get from here to there, and have the understanding that it doesn't have to be fun is also part of it. But we often just lack a process where we want to attain something. For me, many years ago, and I share that in all of my videos, where I introduce myself and I say, hi, my name is Gwen and I'm a chronic procrastinator. When we moved to Germany 2 years ago, I found a notebook from 2017 where I had written down the exact same goals that I had set for 2024. And it really shocked me. The surprising part is, or the irony there is, I also have a degree in applied neuroscience, and my research interest has been goals and how they impact well-being and mental health. As I researched procrastination, I looked on one side to find out what really is procrastination. Why do we do this? And why do so many of us suffer from this? And on the other hand, also, what works? What can I do that helps me not to procrastinate? Now, if I go onto YouTube, there are millions of influencers and creators, and many of them will tell you what to do and what not to do. And none of these things really worked very well for me. So I went into this scientific research, going in there knowing basically that I'm broke. Nothing I believed that would work worked. So what will work? And this is how I started to build the systems and frameworks that I'm using today. And the proof is 2017, my goal was to build an online business, to start creating online content. And this is what I'm doing now. Is it always easy? Is it always fun? No. Having to sit down with the camera today was really hard. I'd published my last video 10 days ago, it did not do really well. And this obviously hurts my feelings because I put more work into the last video than into all the others before. We had really looked at the first 30 seconds to make it interesting. I'd actually filmed B-roll. I put in the work and the result is, well, not that great. So obviously this time I didn't really feel like doing it. Plus, I'm involved in another startup where we're building an online tool for companies. And this takes a lot of my time and a lot of my brain energy. So I'm kind of a bit depleted in the whole creative part because at the moment, working with a startup with brain tools is way more inspiring and way more interesting than sitting down and grinding and going to record a video for my, at the moment, very, very slowly growing YouTube channel. So the whole point I'm doing here is, I'm trying to make here is, there are two things. A, we need to accept that things will not always be easy. We need to accept that we need to separate how we feel from the task that we need to do. Is we really divorce how we feel from what we do. And the easiest way to do that is to create a process. So again, I invite you, come to goalsninja.com. At the very top, you have a link to the Effortless Goal-Directed Action Guide, where I will guide you through the process of taking your goal, what you want to attain, and break it into small processes that you can keep on running. And we start small and we keep on building from that. And I've created this this Effortless Goal-Directed Action Guide for you, where together we work through my process that helped me to go from procrastinating, creating online content for years to actually sitting down today and creating this video for you. So thank you so much for listening to my rant today. And I really appreciate you watching me. I know my videos are not super polished. I'm not this really super sexy 20-year-old without wrinkles and everything that looks amazing on videos. But I have knowledge and experience and scientific knowledge and experience and a very focused area of expertise and research that I very much believe can help you to become the person you want to be. Because I know from experience it feels so liberating and so freeing when you can set a goal and you know you will take action towards it. One of my favorite research papers from Wang and Milyavskaya on goal-directed action and how it affects our well-being, how as soon as we engage in goal-directed action, it decreases depression and anxiety scores. And within seconds of starting to do something towards our goal, we start reaping those benefits. So I would highly encourage you to start taking a very small step towards your goal as a remedy against this not feeling motivated and not feeling good. So it's like jumping into the pool on a hot day. Before you jump in, you put your toe in the water and you feel like, oh, this is so cold. I don't feel like going into the water. But you know exactly, once you jump into it, it'll feel really good and the cold water will refresh you and you'll love it in the water. And you know that after you jump in, you'll love it. And it's the same principle with taking action towards your goal. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is just me and my cup of tea in my in this sunroom, and probably the light has become awful in the meantime. Thank you so much. If you like this type of content, please, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and send me an email. Gwen@goalsninja.com. If you have any questions, if you just want to say hi, if you would like to connect. I'm always happy to meet new people and make friends. And see you in the next video.